We're at the Immaculate Heart of Mary Chapel, and this is the sign outside. As you can see, the foundation is kind of failing, and it's held up by wooden posts. And over here, they are building their new chapel. It actually looks very nice. We just got out of 8:30 Friday morning service.
Look at the new chapel. We just had service in that yellow building over there.
This is the new chapel.
It's a lot bigger than the old chapel. Their pews are already in there. There's about twice as many pews in here to, I guess, fit the surrounding neighborhood, because I guess a lot of people come here. It's a lot much bigger on a grander scale than actually what we just went into. So this is a vast improvement.
Gloria seculum. Amen. Mia mihi audes nimis honoratis sunt amici tui. Deus nimis confortatus est principatus ea. Domine Deo preceleti Deus Pater omnipotens. Domine Filii unicinite Iesu Christe. Domine Deus Anivei Filius Patris. Qui tollit peccata mundi miserere nobis. Qui tollit peccata mundi suscipe precassine nostra. Qui sed exaverteram Patris miserere nobis. Uoniam tu solus Sanctus, tu solus Dominus, tu solus Altissimum Iesu Christe, cum Sanctus Spiritum gloria Dei Patris. Amen.
Okay, we're walking around the neighborhood of the Immaculate Heart of Mary Chapel. Across the street is a grocery store. As you can see, it almost looks like someone lives on the upper level and the store is on the bottom level. There are bars on the windows.
Yep.
And in the back, actually, there's a little fence. And it looks like there's a table and chairs where maybe people meet and get together.
Yeah. Looks a little run down.
Right across the street, there are some houses, and actually a street full of houses. We're coming up on a house that is for sale. It's probably having some trouble selling. The yard is definitely abandoned. House is abandoned. This yard up here has some Halloween decorations, so maybe there are some kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi.
how y'all doing?
Good. More Halloween decorations.
The houses actually seem to improve a little bit as we go farther down the street.
Yeah.
And DeSoto Park is directly in front of us, and McKay Bay will be on the right, which probably explains why things kind of improve.
Yeah. So this is the park. It looks like there's some basketball hoops and swings. It's a jungle gym over there for kids to play.
Definitely looks like the city probably keeps it up and
Yeah.
takes care of it pretty well.
Christian Church. We just got out of the 10:30 o'clock service, and we're just going to go have a look around the neighborhood right now to see what it's like.
Across the street, I think we've been told that it's a retirement community. And you can tell that right across the way there's also another church, which is less affluent, it seems, than the one we just entered. This church was originally called West Shore Christian Church, but it combined with another church only 6 years ago, so now it's called New Beginnings. So we're walking into the neighborhood right behind the church. It's mostly homes. They're fairly small homes, but they have pretty new cars. A lot of the homes are for rent. Would explain why some of them look a lot better kept up. I think that driveways aren't big enough. I think that's a working class thing, parking in the grass. As you can see, this yard's a little disheveled, but that one's nice. Wow. It's got a fence, flowers in the driveway. The driveway's bigger and cleaner. Yeah. It's a big difference. Yeah, it's a nice home.
Bigger house. This is the outlier.
There's an Audi.
Yeah. The outlier house.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're advertising this security system for. Hi, how are you?
Nice car. There's an Infiniti. And a Nissan. I feel like usually people have better cars than their houses.
Also, if they're renting, that could be why.
Yeah.
Right, there's a school, and what we just passed was a Boys and Girls Center a while ago that are about 2 blocks from the church.
We're here at New Beginnings Christian Church with...
Luke Tisson.
Do you live in the area?
Yes.
How long have you lived here?
Since 86.
Okay, have you been with this church since it was renamed, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was here when it was West Shore. I actually started here in 86.
Okay. What do you work here? What do you do for a living?
For a living, I'm a mechanic. But I'm an elder and the chairman of the board here.
What does it entail to be an elder in this church?
Having a concern and watching over the people of the church and make sure if they have any needs, whether it's spiritual or even physical sometimes, we try to make sure that they're just taken care of.
Since you are familiar with the area, what do you think the general social class of it is, in terms of poor or working class or middle class or upper class?
It really varies. We have a lot of retired people who are, some are a little more affluent than others, but then it also ranges down to when we have people who are living in what they call Section 8 housing.
So, since you live in the area, do you know many of your neighbors? Do you spend time with them outside of the church?
A lot of the houses down there are rental houses, so people come and go anywhere from 6 months to a year. They move in and out.
Do you think this neighborhood is safe to live in? Is there a lot of crime in the area?
No, I think it is fairly safe. Like I said, I've been here since 86, and at our home we've had no incidences, and here at the church I think we've only had a couple. New Year's Eve or something, kids were out and decided to have a party on the boat outside, and that was about it. A little vandalism or something once in a while. But
do you think the people in this neighborhood have access to good health care?
Healthcare is just getting outrageous no matter who you are. Unless your company is paying for it or the government is paying for it, But we do have some people in the church that have no health care. They're kind of struggling to get it by them on their own, but that's sort of a issue that until they get the actual costs of the care itself under control, the insurance is never going to be affordable.
What do you think are major problems in the neighborhood?
I think that's probably the only issue we have here is unemployment. We have a lot of, on Tuesdays we give away food. Every Tuesday morning we have anywhere from 50 to 60 people come in to get food every Tuesday. We have a benevolence program to assist people where if something happens in their life and, like say, their car breaks and now it's either fix the car or pay rent or pay for electricity. We have a system like that to try to help them out, and we have no shortage of requests. So I think that's the main issue here, and I guess probably much widespread as far as crime and stuff. Again, it's fairly quiet.
Okay. And what do you like about this neighborhood?
Its lack of city. I grew up on a farm, so to me, this area is pretty much city because the houses are fairly close together, but it's not right on top of everybody. Everybody has a little bit of space, and it's kind of quiet. The only noise you get is jets every once in a while. So it's a nice quiet area for the most part.
Well, I think that does it for our questions, unless either of you remember any more. No. No? Well, thank you for all of your information, and thank you for agreeing to be interviewed.
Okay.
Hello, so we're here at the First Church of Christ Scientist building. So here we have a boxing gym called Punch. Looks like a very middle, upper class boxing gym. Probably a lot of people from Hyde Park go here. Here we have a Christian Science reading room. It's probably affiliated with the First Church of Christ Scientists across the street. So now we're here at the bar called Retreat. It's right across the street from the University of Tampa. I've been in before actually, and it's a very nice bar. It's mostly middle-class people, also students from UT. They have pool tables and darts and everything, and cool decor inside. We're here at the Grand Central Place, which is a park. It has a lot of attorney offices in it. Also has some art galleries and some restaurants like bistros and stuff. Kind of upscale. There's also a travel agency here. Middle to upper class people go here that can afford vacations. So here we have the Grand Central Place Art Gallery. As you can see, there's a lot of cool art in the walls and stuff. So families or upper class families from Hyde Park in the Bayshore area come here to purchase their art and their sculptures for their homes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the Mizzen Palace, American Bistro on Grand Central Avenue, where the First Church of Christ Science building is located. So this bistro is very expensive. They have plates, entrees that range from $20 up to $40. So it's very high class. I just went in there and it's very formal. There's a lot of chandeliers and people in gowns and suit ties. We have very nice cars. We have a Nissan, we have a Volkswagen, and then we have a red Mustang over there. So these are very expensive cars. We also have a tan Mercedes over there. So you can see kind of the caliber of this restaurant in this area.
This is Without Walls International Church. This is the main meeting room we're in now, and it seats, I don't know, like 1,000 people. There are video screens to your right, to your left. During the service, they show the pastor who's currently speaking, and sometimes they show lyrics or other words like that.
Even now, God, that you will rest her spirit, the word that you have put on the inside of her, God. Let that word resonate within her, God, and when she speaks it and delivers it on tomorrow night, that you will speak through her with authority and with clarity, that lives will be transformed, not only the lives of women, but of men.
So this is the main sanctuary area where the service is taking place. As you can see, there's a lot of nice landscape. There's benches, palm trees.
You can tell this building is fairly new,
Yeah.
as opposed to the administration building, which might be repurposed from something else.
Yeah.
Hey, we're here at Without Walls. This is their administration building, and we're going to walk you around the area and show you our upper class church environment. There's a Hilton 2 blocks adjacent and something else here, another little church. And then there's a bunch of very nice parking garages, 3 of them in a row.
Yeah, looks like a very businessy corporate area.
Modern architecture.
Yeah. Let's take a look.
The restaurant over there.
Oh,
Everywhere it is.
okay. So we're at the Metro West 1 building, and this is like a little view of their lobby inside. Big screen TV.
Very nice.
Looks, yeah, it looks really nice inside.
This is the parking lot at Without Walls International Church, and we figured we'd see the kind of cars to more easily figure out the socioeconomic status of the attendants.
Yeah.
Because we realized that they might not actually live in the area.
There's a Mercedes over there.
There's kind of a mix. Some of them are
Yeah.
Mercedes, and the Saturn. There's this Honda that's pretty old.
Got your Yankees.
A lot of really interesting bumper stickers. So that's kind of par for the course. It's fairly recent Honda. Chrysler.
Got your Mazda.
Whose car that is?
Mercedes.
Apparently Jesus is the answer according to this car.
Get it close up.
I don't know if that's relevant to socioeconomic status, but that's nice.
You also have a nursery attached to the side of the church. And a little play area for children.
There's a van over here. I don't even know what kind it is. The foot ornament, I think it's broken off. It's almost pretty transcendental.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's car has an advertisement on it. Maybe that's their company car. Patriot. It's a pretty old Camry. Keep Liberty.
Hello, so we're here at the International Plaza. It's right down the street from Without Walls Church, and so we're here to walk around and see what the stores are like and see what the people are like here. As you can see, there's Cheesecake Factory behind me and the Capitol Grill over there, and as well as Champ's Restaurant. They're all very expensive, high-class restaurants. As you can see, there's many people valeting their cars with nice luxury cars.
We're in Without Walls International Church. This is John. Do you work here?
I volunteer.
How long have you worshipped here?
Oh goodness, this is 2011. Let's say about 5-6 years.
What do you do for a living?
Actually, I just retired from the airline business.
Do you know anything about the neighborhood that this church is in right now, the surrounding area?
Not a whole lot, but this particular, I do know this, that this church, Without Walls International Church, was here before the International Mall was there, and so, and then the surrounding area. I do know that some of the investors and so forth in the area, the Patels and some others and so forth, who are looking at this particular area. It's a very, very, can I say, upscale type of an area and that sort of thing, for investments and finances and so forth. You just look at some of the newer buildings around and so forth. So that I do know.
Do you think education is important to the people of this area?
Ooh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So the demographics and so forth, oh, love it. We have people from India, from Korea, from China, Latinos, of course, abound, you know, Africa. Every nation on the planet is represented here.
You know what kind of businesses surround the church?
Of course, you've seen some of the eateries, of course. Of course, we got the International Mall and stuff. We got the banking and all that kind of stuff, investments over here.
Are there any issues that you think this particular area needs to focus on because of where we're based in Tampa?
Well, what we have here, we have a multi-pronged approach to the community and so forth. Homelessness, of course, is a biggie. And then our youth, and so forth in the area. Those are some of the two, perhaps, that we're really focusing on. And also the entrepreneurship here, too, in this particular area, too. But those are the two of the biggest, the homelessness and our youth, and so forth. That's what we're focusing on.
Hi, we're here at the International Mall, and this is Tanner, and he lives in the neighborhood, so we're going to ask him a few questions about the neighborhood. And what do you do for a living?
Actually, I don't have a job. Job search.
Looking for a job? So, what would you consider the general social class of the neighborhood?
Probably middle class and up.
Middle class? And how does this neighborhood compare to other neighborhoods in Tampa?
Well, it's more traditional down here, like more like older living homes. Like they're nicer and just more character to them compared to other neighborhoods.
Do you know many of your neighbors, and
yes.
you spend a lot of time with them?
Yeah, everyone's big friend.
Really friendly. That's good. Do you think that this neighborhood is safe? Like, is there a lot of crime?
No. Yeah, it's safe out here.
So you feel safe walking around, and you would say there's no crime?
Yeah.
So what are the schools like in this neighborhood?
The schools are really good. Like, I go to Plant High School, and I haven't had any problems.
Yeah. Plants? I heard Plants are really good.
Oh yeah, it's a really good school.
It's one of the best. What's the average level of educational attainment in this neighborhood? For instance, do you think most people just have a high school education, or do they mostly have college degrees? Or?
I'd say probably 3/4 go to college and graduate from college.
Okay, so most of them have a college degree, you'd say? So, what do you think is the racial makeup of the neighborhood?
I'd say mostly white.
Mostly white? And do you think that has any bearing on the social class of the neighborhood? You said it's mostly middle upper class people, so do you think race has anything to do with that? It's mostly white?
I don't think it really does, but it might play a little role in it. But I don't think it really affects it that much.
So what kind of businesses are in this neighborhood?
Well, I'd say more like smaller businesses, or like family-owned businesses instead of like. Well, it kind of just depends on the area.
Right.
So
a lot of these stores are. There's some small businesses.
Yeah.
A lot of the inside.
Oh yeah, well here at the mall, yeah. But like out where I live, there's more like smaller family-owned businesses.
Do you have any idea how this neighborhood would lean politically?
I've never thought about that, but I do not know.
No. That's good. And do you think that this neighborhood is particularly religious?
I wouldn't say so.
No. And if you had any estimate or idea, would there be a dominant religion in the neighborhood?
I'd say either Christian or Catholic.
Christian or Catholic? Do most people in this neighborhood have access to good health care?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
So most people can afford health care in this area?
Yeah.
What are the major problems in this neighborhood?
I would say, like, just traffic.
Traffic?